Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the English grammar class. I am Roslyn, your English grammar teacher. Today, we will be discussing a new grammar chapter, that is modals. Now, what are modals? We already know that modals are auxiliary verbs or the helping verbs. Modal auxiliaries are verbs such as can, must, could, would. They are used with the main verbs to express such ideas as possibility, permission, necessity, obligation. Modal verbs have only one form. They have no ing or ed forms. They don't add s or es to the third person singular form. Modal verbs are used before the main verb to express ability, possibility, certainty, suggestions, permissions, obligations, etc. However, in many ways they are different from the primary auxiliaries. Now, which are the primary auxiliaries? The forms of the verbs being, have and do. Questions are formed without do or does in the present or did in the past. Example, can I help you? May I come in? I can sing. Negative sentences are formed with not or the short form nt, do or does or did are not used. Let us see where we can use the word must. Must is used to express obligations. For example, you must obey your parents. You must go to the school in time. It is also used to express a compulsion, that is ordering someone to do something because it is necessary or important to do so. For example, you must answer all questions. You must return by the evening. It is used for saying that something is probably true because nothing else seems possible. For example, you must be tired after your long journey. There must be some mistakes. The negative form of must is must not, which is used for prohibition, that you are not allowed to do so. You must not come here. You must not use the office phone for private calls. It is also used to give emphatic advice. She must consult a doctor at once. You must work hard if you want to get good marks. Now the use of should. Should is the past tense of the form of the word shall. In direct form of speech, shall changes into should. For example, I said I shall go to school tomorrow. I said that I should go to the school the next day. Should is used to express obligation or duty. For example, you should look after your old parents. You should pay all your taxes. Some more example, you should apologize for your behavior. You should see a doctor. Should is used to give advice or suggestion. As I gave the example, you should consult a doctor. You should see a doctor. Should is used to express purpose. Mohan worked fast so that he should catch the train. Satish worked hard so that he should stand first in the class. Should is used to state imaginary results also. He should get angry if he had come to know about it. Should is also used to express polite request. I should be thankful if you give me some money. Now the next one is here ought. Ought is usually followed by to and an infinitive. Infinitive you all know, to plus the word. You ought to tell the truth. She ought to work a little harder. It can also be used as a present, past or future tense. Ought is used for expressing what is the right or sensible thing to do or the right way to behave. You ought to get up earlier. Ought is used also when we believe strongly or expect that something will happen. The Indian team ought to win. Satish ought to pass. Ought to see, hear, or meet is used for emphasizing how good, impressive, or unusual something or someone is. You ought to see their new house. Ought to have is used when we realize that we did not do the right thing in the past. You ought to have listened to my advice. Can. Now the use of the word can. Can is most often used to express a person or thing's ability to do something. It is also used to express or ask for permission to do something, to describe the possibility that something can happen, and to issue request and offer. Can is used most often and most literally to express when a person or thing is physically, mentally, or functionally able to do something. For example, John can run faster than anyone I know. A holiday trip can be expensive. Ratish can cook well. We often use can to express permission to do something, especially in questions. Can I go to the bathroom, Miss Smith? Can Jenny come to the party with us? Can I help you? It is common to use can to make a request to someone. For example, can you get that book down from the shelf for me? Could. Could is an auxiliary verb, a modal auxiliary verb. We use could to talk about past possibility or to make request. We use could to talk about what was possible in the past, what we were able or free to do. I could swim when I was 5 years old. I could play the guitar, but I am out of practice now. We often use could in a question to ask somebody to do something. The use of could in this way is fairly polite. For example, could you tell me where the bank is, please? Could you help me rearrange the furniture? Would. Would is an auxiliary verb, a modal auxiliary verb. We use would mainly to talk about the past, talk about the future in the past, and express the conditional mood. We often use would as a kind of past tense of will or going to. For example, even as a boy, he knew that he would succeed in life. I thought it would rain, so I brought my umbrella. When talking about the past, we can use would to express something that has not happened at the time we are talking about. For example, in London, she met the man she would one day marry. He left 5 minutes late, unaware that the delay would save his life. We often use would to express the so-called second and third conditionals. For example, if he lost his job, he would have no money. Next one is your will. It is used to express desire, preference, choice or consent. For example, I will take his duty. It is also used to express the future. It will rain tomorrow. It is also used to express capacity or capability. This bucket will hold 2 gallons of water. It is used to express determination or persistence. For example, I will do it as you say. Next one is your may. The modal verb may is used to ask, grant or describe permission to politely offer to do something for someone. May is very commonly used to express or ask the permission to do something. For example, may I borrow your pen please? May we ask you some questions about your experience? Like can, we can use may to offer to do something for someone else, though it is generally a more polite, formal way of doing so. For example, may I help you set the table? Another common use of may is to express the possibility that something will happen or occur in the near future. For instance, I am worried that it may start raining soon. May is also used in more formal language to express a wish or a desire. For example, may you both have a long, happy life together. Next one is your might. The modal verb might is often used to express an unlikely or uncertain possibility. Might is also used very formally or politely to ask for the permission. When we use might to indicate possibility, it implies a very weak certainty or likelihood that something will happen, occur or be the cause. For example, I am hoping that she might call me later. We also often use might to express a possibility as a hypothetical outcome in a conditional sentence. For example, we still might make our flight if we leave right now. Although may is the standard modal verb used to politely ask for permission, we can also use might if we want to add even more politeness. For example, might I ask you a few questions? Now the assignments for you. Fill in the blanks with appropriate modals. You dash be extremely tired after your long journey. Dash, I use your phone please. Seema, dash, you like a lift home. I wish he dash not play the drums so loudly. Last one, dash you go for a movie with me. I hope all of you must have understood this lesson of modals. Kindly complete all the exercises in your grammar classwork notebook. Thank you.